construction company Murray & Roberts has confirmed that 18 of its employees died in Sunday's bus crash in Limpopo. 22 people in total were killed in that crash. It's believed that the employees lost their lives after a bus they were traveling in crashed head-on with a truck in Musina on Sunday. The bus was ferrying the workers of the Venetia mine. In a statement, Murray & Roberts has expressed shock and sadness over the tragedy, saying it's offering counseling and support to the families of the victims. Now, the MEC of Transport in Limpopo and the Musina local municipality mayor went to visit the scene of that tragic accident in the morning to find out some more information related to the accident. Nqobile Madlala is in Polokwane for us and joins us now live. Good afternoon, Nqobile. You are with the MEC of Transport following her visit to the scene of the accident.
Well, that's correct. Yes, she does join me now. And we were just having a chat about what had happened. And I mean, it's tragic indeed, MEC. It must be very difficult for the province. And perhaps tell us what you saw down there.
Let me start by greeting all the viewers of Newzroom Afrika and good afternoon to all of you. Indeed, we are very saddened as the province by that horrific accident that took the lives of almost 22 people. It happened in Musina, between the bus that was ferrying almost 20 people who were going for their night shift. It collided with a truck which was fully loaded, this truck. And when we were still at the scene, the information that was provided to us was that this truck, it is alleged it was not roadworthy. And again, it is alleged that the driver of the truck, it's not a citizen of this country. He was driving without the legal documents. That's the information that we got. Hence, I'm saying this is still the allegations because we're still awaiting our officials to provide a formal report, because also the people who perished on the scene, some of them were burnt beyond recognition. But I want to indicate this, that when I visit the scene in the morning, it comforted me, especially when I see that all stakeholders, the local municipality of Musina, the Vembe district, the executive leadership of Venetia Mine, including the Hope Diamond Transport. This is the transport that was given, or it's given a contract to ferry people, and they've been doing their job diligently so for years, according to the information provided. And you will also understand that when it comes to Venetia Mine or DBS, these are the companies that have been in existence quite for some time. They are saying they don't compromise when it comes to the safety of their people. And one other thing, which is also good for us as government, is to also find out that when we arrived, we found that they suspended all the operations to give counseling to all the employees, because those who perished were the colleagues of those who were supposed to be getting in and do their work today. And also the labor union was there. So we put together a team. So much as we're still waiting for the identification of the deceased, so that their next of kin, they will then be informed in a proper way.
Let me see, exactly that's where I was going, because I can imagine that there are families that are concerned out there that do not know what happened to the individual that might have gone to work. Is there any form of communication, at least, to sort of warn them?
Let me start by sending our heartfelt condolences to all the affected families. Obviously, we are working around the clock together with all the stakeholders who must assist to make sure that we finalize this process. The task team, we said to them, let's make sure maybe by end of today, we should have done our best. And we also want to say this, that we must also be patient. The accident that took number of people, and many of them are banned beyond recognition. It's something that must be, the process must be run diligently so that we don't communicate contradicting information to those who are affected and the community at large.
Do we know the exact number? Because I can hear you, MEC, you saying almost 20, almost this number. What's the exact number?
The number that was provided, we were provided initially, they started with 20, that 18 female perished and 2 male. But as we arrived there, the number we were given now 22. Hence, I'm saying we are still waiting for the formal report to confirm everything. 20 were from the bus, the Venetia mine workers, and the 4, it is alleged that they were in the truck. So it's the information that I'm indicating that our officials are hard at work. The team that comprise of also the leadership of Venetia Mine, it's busy at work, because one other thing which we are interested most is to make sure that those who perished are given the dignified send-off. And we must also understand, these are breadwinners of families. They have their family members, they have their children, but we were also comforted that so much as we can say this is what the mine is going to do, but the indication was that they do have facility in case something or incidents of this nature happen. They've got their own way of responding. Obviously, we'll jointly work together to make sure that really we give the necessary support to the affected families.
And about that support, MEC, what kind of support can the province perhaps provide, or what are you looking at this point?
The provincial government, together with the local sphere of government, either local or the district, our main role will be to coordinate and also to make sure that we reach out. Remember, we, as the department, we don't have the budget to say, this is the budget meant necessarily to cater for those who perish through accidents. But we do have our partners, those who will sometimes approach us or approach families to say, we also want to lend a hand. Because in case where you find people perishing in numbers, obviously we cannot leave this only to the affected families. Hence, we call upon even business people around the area, because so much as I'm saying, these people, we're still waiting for the report. You might find these are not the people of Limpopo province only. We are talking about the mines where people from different provinces are appointed to come and do the work. So the confirmation will tell us whether it's only Limpopo or other provinces are also affected. We are still waiting for that report.
All right. Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is MEC of Transport in Limpopo. And of course, very tragic indeed what has happened here. We are going to see the scene much later on, but it's very tragic indeed for those families that are still waiting to hear if any of their people were part of that accident.
Nqobile Madlala, thank you for that update live to us from Polokwane.